Futsal community, welcome to Caro Futsal podcast number 10. Every podcast I bring a unique guest, and today is not different. Today I have a very special guest, Lucas Kruel. Lucas, thank you so much for accepting the invitation.
Uh, Hello, man. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here. I've been listening your last ones, and it was nice to be here today. I hope we can have a good time together.
I'm gonna talk so much. We've got, for people that don't know, most people know Lucas as a personal trainer of football superstars. But Lucas, let's talk about your early beginnings. Let's get it talking. Where were you born and where did you grow up?
So, I born in Brazil. I born in the south of Brazil, the Porto Alegre. That's the name of the city. I grew up there. I did like everything until 21 years old, 22, and then I left Australia. So like
Uh-huh.
that's how it worked. So I studied there, I played futsal there, I worked there, I studied there, everything there. So all my family is there. Then I left Australia for like 3 months experience, and then they stayed 1 year and a half, something like this. So yeah, and then after Australia, I just keep on going.
Very good,
So
very good. And what about futsal in Brazil growing up? Did you play futsal when you were little, or did you play
so
soccer? What did you do growing up?
so like the Brazilians normally just play football or futsal. That's how you do like in school. So I
Uh-huh.
since I remember me, I always play. I don't know when it started, but like I play when 5, 6 at school, and you know, then in front of my house I had like a little place, and then we played there as well. But like to be more professional, I would say when I was 11 years old, I did a tryout in a club. They used to play like a state competition, and then I think that's how it
Hmm.
started. Actually, I was working for my dad at a restaurant, and then I help him in the restaurant, and then every like Sunday go a customer there, and then the customer actually is Andrea. Andrea is the coach of the national team now for under 23. I would say he was the Olympic, the gold medal,
Uh-huh.
and then he was there, and then he's like, "Oh, do you play?" And then I say, "I do." He's like, "Oh, do you do a tryout to my team? It's on Monday." This was Sunday. I say, "Okay, I do." And then I went that I did, and then I stayed.
What was the team
So
called?
Gaúcho, the name.
Gaúcho. Uh-huh.
It's like a club. It's a famous club for the youth. So actually, when he told me the club, I knew the club. I was like,
Hmm.
oh no, I won't be able to make. And then yeah, actually that's how I was like, oh no way, because I didn't know no one from that club. I knew from another club a little worst, and then I did a tryout for this club, and then I didn't pass. So I did a tryout when I was like 10, I didn't pass. But all my friends was there from my school. So I didn't pass. I was like actually bad feeling. Because I went there and then I didn't pass. The next day I went to school. My friend like, oh, you didn't pass. He was like, yeah, fuck.
I'd be embarrassed.
So yeah, actually was. And then maybe 6 months later, or maybe a year later, the next season, yeah, I think next season I did, and then I went to this club. When I went, everyone was like, oh my God, how? And then I went, and then actually that club used to win a lot.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so that's how it worked. And then actually it was good because it was a different guys, different people in that club. So it's good to meet so many new. I met everyone new in the first training. I didn't know no one. So
Uh-huh.
that's how it worked. And then I started from there. So I would say 11 to 12, 2002. 2002 was the
Uh-huh.
first year I played, and then it was like traveling on the weekend, 5 hours by bus. Like it was
Were you
so
playing
cool.
the Porto Alegre, the Rio Grande do Sul state competition at that time?
Yes. So it was the
And,
first year, and then
uh-huh.
no, yeah, it was just like cool because I started travel and I never done for so 5 hours on the bus. Like wow, like oh
And at that
yeah.
time, were you one of the good players in the team, or were you just
Nah,
were you getting much game
nah.
time?
Actually, because at that time I don't know if you remember, you call meeting. It's like under 12 that time. You
Uh-huh.
play so the first half is 15 minutes, second half 15 minutes, but you play 7.5, 7.5. So it's always two teams. So
Uh,
normally yeah, so that's how it works. I don't know right now if you still maybe they're still doing that. Like
or was that the rule that you had to sub the whole
yeah,
team at the seven and a
yeah,
half?
yeah.
Oh,
So I
really?
used to I used to have a 7.5. Like I used to
Uh-huh.
play 7.5 minutes in the first half, but second half just a little bit maybe. Yeah. So the second half would be the best players.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So normally
So
I
you
played
know
that.
the
So it was
best
good. It
players.
was good. Nah, nah.
Was there at that time that you who were some of the players that you played at that time that became professional players now? Futsal players, soccer players.
At that year, no one at that year. Like the boys made little B. Like I had Yuri was a guy he played until 25, 26 years old, like good level, but he stopped.
Uh-huh.
But I started with Kevin the year after. So Kevin came to a
Kevin
tryout
from
as well.
Magnus.
I think
Uh-huh.
he did a tryout, yeah. I think Kevin did a tryout, but very skinny, very, very skinny. Kevin was like, but like very good player. You could tell in the first day, but very skinny. So he didn't play in the first day when he came. He didn't play much. He didn't play much. He didn't play much. And then when you come in like that, you don't know futsal. To be fair, so when I was there, I was like totally. So the boys who was playing my team, they play for 5 years already. When they start with 6, 7, when they so they have the whole experience and playing and going. For
Makes
me,
difference, yeah.
yeah, it makes difference. Well, for me, when I was 11, I never had travel. So I played in a city, and some cities in my state, I guess São Paulo and another states the same. It's a lot of pressure. You play for 300 people, and
Uh-huh.
then the fans crazy fight with the referee. So you just see the eyes like that all the time. Yeah. So for me, but for the boys, it was okay. For the boys, it was fine. But for me, it was like we had a one. I think that year in Pelotas, we played another city. They throw rocks in the bus, the fans. But we are like 12, 11. Yeah,
12
yeah,
people
yeah. So
crazy in Brazil, are they?
I mean, it's you learn from that. It's
Yeah.
not nice, but you learn from that.
And what about on the 15s, 17s? What were some of your best memories from that time?
Uh, yeah. So how worked was like this. 2002, I played, and then I played a little bit. Amazing experience. We finished like fourth in the state. Like 35 teams. So we did well actually.
Uh-huh.
And then after that season, 2003, I was like bad because I was 1989, and then the 90s was there is big difference between 1 year at that time,
Mm-hmm.
89 and 90 who born is right, and then I think because that we didn't lose that much, and then we didn't play that much because our 89 wasn't that good, and then you need to have 89 good players anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2004 they stopped, they frozen the year. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if they did in São Paulo, but they frozen in Rio Grande do Sul because the age was a little bit, was under 20, was under 21 maybe, or under 19. They want to make under 20 for
Uh-huh.
before they go to professional. So that's what they did, just frozen. So the 2003 and 2004 was the same year, and then we
So it
lost
was hard for you
2003.
again.
It was hard in 2004, but the thing was like I got Fabio. You met Fabio, 2004.
Fabio, the coach Fabio, yeah?
So I met Fabio 2004. So when you met Fabio, totally crazy trains, like he pushing us on limit. We train like 3 hours, training every day. It's kind of like a movie. We always say Coach Carter. I don't know if you
Mm-hmm.
know the movie.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
watched that. It's like that. I know, no joke. Yeah, yeah. But he always say next year we win. So 2004, and then 2005 here, I was like, next year we win. This year we can't win because we play against the 89. We had like two 89s in the team, so we just had 90.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, okay, Fabio, yeah, we win. Like, yeah, but we were training for nothing. So we finish, and then we are out of the league already. We still training, but like hard training, good training. Anyway, and then 2005 happened, and then 2005 was my first year playing as a second again, as a second, 1991. Then we won the league, so we won the state. And then to be fair, man, it's very
That
complicated
was
to win state.
under 15s at that time or under 17s?
Under 15. So it's very complicated to win.
Uh-huh.
Like at that time, I think this times in Rio Grande do Sul it's easier. It's like 10 teams, but that time it was like
Yeah.
28 teams. It's like very complicated to win. And anyway, so we won. Amazing experience, like crazy. So 2006, we had the same issue. No 89s, only 90. So we fight more because we had a better team, but We couldn't. So we
That's how it works in Brazil. 1 year you play a lot, the second year you don't play. When you are the younger ones in the age group, you don't play much. The second year you play. Usually you just get experienced 1 year, the second year you play more. Huh?
That's how it works. Or just if you're like outstanding player.
Yeah.
Like outstanding. You just like Ferran. Actually, I don't know if I think Ferran didn't play that much when he was younger, like that 14, 15. I don't think he was like that, but like Michue was. I remember Michue. Everyone talks about Michue.
Michue
Michue
started
played
very
like
young, I remember.
yeah, and then he played like three categories. Like yeah, it's crazy. So like some players like that, you know. I had like a pivot in my team as well. He plays always up. I was like, how this is possible? But and in 2007 we won again. So 2005 and 2007 under 17. So I won 2 years, very complicated to win, and then we won. But never being like oh you are the guy. Nah, never. 2005 I played more. 2007 I played a little less because we had 91 players, very good players, 91s, like very good, very
Born in
good.
91, yeah.
Yeah, very good. So like my space was like, oh fuck yeah. I was like, and then they are flying. And then they had like 4 91s, four playing together. Amazing. Yeah, at that time, but it was good experience. Yeah, it's good experience.
And Lucas,
And
how did you come across it when you decided to start doing personal training? And when you decided to go, because you did physical education at uni, you got a degree in physical education, you went to uni, but how did that start? How did that passion for fitness training started?
so I always play futsal. So I never thought something else. I just like, oh, I'm gonna be a player, be a futsal player. So I was studying school, but like, oh yeah, just keep going. And then when I finish my school, it's like I go to physical education because it's futsal, kind of like
Yeah.
the same way. I just told that. And
Did you
then
get a
this was
scholarship like many of futsal players in Brazil?
we do a lot. We do a lot. This is very helpful, like because it's expensive, so it's nice. But so 2007 I finished my school, and then 2008 I just went straight to a uni close to my, and then I went to a uni Ubra because I told about the futsal team.
Yeah, Ubra used to have a strong futsal team, I
Ah,
remember.
one of the best, yeah. Like
Yeah.
quite, and then we study here. They train there. It's like 3 minutes by walk. So it's like, oh, I want to be there, and then you never know. Then they had like a under 20. I was like, oh, you never know. But I knew I couldn't because I didn't play on the under 17 much. To be in this team, you need to be the best player in the under 17. You know. But anyway, so I went there. So 2008 was a good year, but it was a complicated because I was playing a team close to Ubra, so I was living far from my house. And then yeah, so I was like studying the night, playing and studying the night. But the team finished in August because no money. They just broken. Hey guys, we stop. I was like, what? So August was free.
Season was
I
meant to
didn't play.
finish in November, finish in August.
Yeah, or maybe even July. I can't remember now. But I was like, finish. I was like, how? Anyway, so it was a little tough. In 2009, I went to São Paulo to play São Paulo. I had like a, I don't know if it's an offer, but yeah, I was like something, oh, I'm gonna play in São Paulo. So I went to São Paulo, but I was like, I didn't like the way, the process. I didn't like. Anyway,
You
too
went to
far from my house.
Pinda, didn't you?
Pindamonhangaba, yeah. Actually, the next year they did amazing. If I stay in the team, then actually I would stay. I would stay because the coach he liked me. I would stay. But anyway, I left. Anyway, so I came back. Yeah, to see how life it is. So I came back and then I went to Porto Alegre, to my city. I swear, and then I went and said, okay, I'm fine to play futsal. I'm good. I'm gonna work. Like maybe 3 days, I was in Porto Alegre, back in Porto Alegre, in my house. Fabio, my coach in the youth, he called me. He's like, oh, Ronaldinho's team, or Ronaldinho had a team. Ronaldinho Gaúcho had a team for soccer. It's like he's making a futsal department, and then we are playing second division, state professional, no under 20. Do you wanna join? I say, yeah. I mean, they're like, oh, they don't have much money to pay. I say, I mean, we talk about money. I'm
He just
I
want
mean,
to play.
yeah. I was getting like maybe 50 Australian dollar month. It's just like to pay one dinner. To be fair, the money it was wasn't money. But anyway, I was like, okay, cool. I will. And then I made. Then I was in the team. Then I started growing the season. I think that was my first season. I was like, the guys who played in the youth for me was together, and then I would start being in front of them. I don't know, maybe I grew up, but I had that trainer, a fitness coach in that team. He started giving training for us, and then the training he was giving us a little bit different. No weights, just the body weight, because we didn't have like a gym. So it's like kind of like side plank, go back, and then I felt good, and then I started playing better of that actually. So I was starting in the team, and then I saw the guys in my team. I was like, how can I be starting this team? I always be on the bench for these guys or some older guys. And then in the ending of the year, I became the captain. So in June, I was the captain. We made like quarterfinals in the second division. So it was a good year for me. And the fitness coach for that time, he said, I'm gonna open little business. Do you wanna work for me next year? I said, oh, I'm playing futsal. No, it's okay. We play. We just find out you study and work and play. You just see all the times. I said, yeah. So that's how it worked. And then I became a trainer, giving a training. So I started giving training. So 2009, end of the year of 2009, I started giving a training. So that's how it worked there.
Perfect. So you felt good for you. And when you say different type of training, is that what was that what you found for the first time in your functional fitness training, the style they use nowadays?
Yeah, just
Was that
you
similar to what you use now, or a little bit different?
yeah, it's a little different, I'd say, because this 2009, you're 2021, you always change in mind and you think a little. But the thing is, at that time, 2009, I was told about gym. Gym, you go to the gym and then you do like the machines, like you go
Just
rest
body weight,
and
just
then
weights, yeah.
and then relax. Okay, cool. And then after you do your legs, and then you relax for like 30 seconds, and then don't know why, but yeah, and then you go again. So you do three sets of 15. So I always been like this for me. I never told, and then for me, gym like fitness was this, and then go the court and sprint chain like that, done. So when I started there, I was like, oh yeah, this is different. Then I like it. To be fair, I felt on me, and then it was my best year since I played futsal was 2009. I was like, oh yeah, that's what I need maybe. And then anyway, so just keep on going.
And Lucas, from that time that you start working with this guy, with this gym, that you start learning about functional training, how did you get from that time to training Douglas Costa in Ukraine? I know there is a lot in between there, but how did that happen? Did you know Douglas Costa before?
Yeah, I had so Douglas used to play. So when I talk about 2003, 2004, yeah, he used to play against me, futsal.
So you guys
So
never
in my
played in the same team, but play against each other?
no, against each other. Actually, yeah, because 2003, 2004, I was 90. I didn't play that much. It was also he played more. He was 90, but he was playing for Grêmio and then for the futsal team because at that time it's very common to do.
Do
13,
both.
14 years old, yeah. And then in my team, I had a guy who played in Grêmio as well. So they became a friend, they both. And then the guy who played in Grêmio became a very good friend of mine. Anyway, so we always together, always stay in the house. And then when it was like, I don't know, 2006, 7, something like this. No, 2007, I would say, we started catch up with Douglas. And then 2008, he became a professional. Yes, 2007, 2008, he became professional anyway. And then that's how it worked. And then we just became a friend. And then I think as well, it was like I never met a player before. When he became a professional, I was like, oh, this guy, I knew this guy. It's just a weird feeling. Just like, oh, he's a professional guy. Yeah, how this is possible? He's playing on TV, and then now we are here having dinner. At that time, it's like just a different. I never ever had this feeling. So we just became a friend, and then always in touch, always, and we got very close, like because he had a girlfriend at the time. I had as well, and our friend didn't have. So we always like catch up us four with the girlfriend, like me and he and the girlfriend at the time as well. I remember. So yeah, we just became a friend, and then he moved to Ukraine for the first step in 2010, this January of December, if I'm not wrong. Then I went together. He's like, "Oh, do you wanna go?" Also, I was the first guy to go with him in Ukraine just for like a month. And then I went. I was like, yeah, that time. But when it's funny because when he's like, oh, do you wanna go? I say, yeah, but I say I don't have money. He's like, you talk about? No, because I didn't. And he's like, no. I say, I can't buy a flight. It's like, man, you talk about? I'll get the flight for you. Don't worry, you're kidding me. And then I was like, oh, yeah. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah. It's stupid, you know. So he got me a flight, and then I went there. But when I was there, I had like $100 because I didn't have money at that time for like a month. But I told him, I said, I don't have money. He's like, man, come on, you don't need money, just come. So I stayed in his house. It was fun. It was very cold at the time. It was January, but it was a good experience because I left Brazil actually. So I just left Brazil the first time
For
ever.
the first time, yeah.
Yeah, so it was cool. It was pretty cool because I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. It's different. What I was being looking, and we just keep friends, and then I started working 2009 ending, and then he knew I was giving a train. So always when he comes for the holiday, he always goes to the gym, but like he train one day and that's it. It's nothing training. And then the time goes, man, and I went to Australia, and then when I came back to Australia, we always keep in touch on Instagram, or maybe I don't know if you had a WhatsApp by that time, but maybe WhatsApp just, oh, how is Ukraine? You good? Yeah, good. How is Australia? Cool. Nothing special. Call sometimes, maybe Skype, something like this, but because that time was totally different than today. Today you look like you're always together because, and I think 2000 yeah, and in 2014 after the World Cup, actually after the World Cup, I came back to Brazil in the day Brazil lost 7-1 against Germany. And then that day I arrived in Brazil. That's I can't forget after Australia. So that day I went to Brazil, and then maybe a week later he texts me, "Oh, you in Brazil? You back?" I say, "Yeah." "Oh, I'm here. Let's catch up." I say, "Okay." So I went to catch up with him, and then he just invited me like that. He just like, "I want to train. I want to be fit and stuff. I think about you." I say, "You mean you thought about me?" He's like, "Yeah." To do what? He's like, "Oh, to be my personal trainer." I say, "Oh, do you need me to?" And then I didn't realize in the first moment. I say, "It's like, no, we do a contract, man. Everything set up, everything." I say, "Okay." So that's how it worked. And then after a week, I was in Ukraine. It was very quick.
And that was a life changing for you, wasn't it? Because Douglas gave you the opportunity, but when you got there, you train with Douglas, you train with other players. How was working with professional players, and why do you think you're different to other people? Why do you get along with the players so well?
I think like yeah, it was a game changer. It just yeah. I never care if you're a player or not. I think that's really important. I
Yeah,
don't care.
you treat everyone well
Yeah,
regardless.
I don't care. Like I if I'm like I try to treat everyone the same. But if I'm a friend, I'm a friend. Doesn't matter who you are, right? Like doesn't
Uh-huh.
matter. And so when I went there, was so many Brazilians at the time, so it was good spot to be because so many Brazilians, like 12 Brazilians at that time.
Who
So
were
I
some of the
met,
players that you worked at that time?
or who I worked at that time was Bernard. He used to play for Everton. Now
Hmm.
he's in Dubai, actually. Uh, Alex Teixeira as well at the time. No, Alex Teixeira didn't work. Sorry, I was like
I think it
Bernard,
was what's the name
Dentinho.
of the right winger, right back? Did you play for São Paulo?
Oh, Ilcinho as
You
well.
will
Yeah,
see
yeah.
you.
So yeah, I was Ilcinho, Dentinho, Bernard, Eminem. Wellington M is like he's in Cruzeiro right now, but he was
Uh-huh.
Fluminense player. And Douglas. So this was the guys I was working after maybe 2 months there. So it's like it was Douglas, and then after two, yeah, I just like it. Uh, relation with the guys. I'm very, and then I think because I said I played and I still playing a little, but I understand you have a game on the weekend, and I understand what you need to do for the week to fit fine for like Saturday or Sunday. So it's kind of like I do on me, and then I just do the same.
Yeah.
So I used to always, I still train like every day. So I really understand like how long you should do, how many repetition. So I think they like
Hmm.
that. So it's like, oh, you do six. It's like, oh, six is, and then they do six like the limit. It's kind of like the, or like example, I say, oh, let's do 6. In the 5th, you're gonna feel a little cramp in your hammy, and then they do it in the 5th, they feel the cramp. It's like how is this possible?
Did they always listen to you when you were there, or there were
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes that
yeah.
you said something they didn't want to do?
No, they did actually. Yeah, they did. I think the key as well, because I was very young at that time. I was like 23. It's crazy. You're 23, and then you just with the guys there, and then
Some big players.
no experience. Like, to be fair, but I think you believe what to do. That's it. Sometimes, to be fair, I didn't have no idea what I was doing, but I just did, and then I was very like confidence on that. That's true. That's true. And then you're learning, and then you're learning, and you're learning, and then you're learning, and then you just like, okay, day by day, and then you understand more and more. Yeah, it was a great experience, to be fair.
And
But
looking back at that time, can you see that you're much better now, or
yeah,
you have
I
improved
would
a lot
do.
since then?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I would do everything different, but a lot of things I would do maybe different at the time. Yeah, probably. But it was good. It was good. But it was, to be fair, I didn't have any support as well. I was by myself. I was work for a company, but I was by myself. To be honest, I was alone, like alone. I was like,
Yeah.
go, and then I was by
Yeah.
myself. So I go home. I
Had
was like
you already got married at that time? Were you married to Tilly at that time or not yet?
2015.
2015.
It's like February 2015. Yeah.
February 2015. So, well, obviously you did something that Douglas Costa liked you. He took you to Munich. And how was going to Munich? Because obviously Douglas was playing really well at that time. He was performing. He was one of the main players in the world. He was signed by Bayern Munich, and then you went there with him. So how was the study of your time in Munich?
Like, but to be fair, I think as well, the game change as well was because Douglas was playing well. To be fair, because if Douglas wasn't, it would be like, okay, cool, doesn't matter. That's and at this whole time I worked for Douglas proper, he didn't have any injury. So like, as well. And then after that, Douglas got so many injuries in his career. But like at this time he didn't have. And then he played well, and then he trained hard, like hard, like the training hard. He worked hard. Sometimes early in the morning, like late in the night. So anyway, so he did so well at the time, and then his talent, it's amazing. He has so much talent. His body, like, it's crazy. So when he came to Bayern, and I came together with him, but I came after 1 month. So he came after 1 month. I came here. It was like, and then I went to the games. What he did here for 6 months was like unreal. And then I was here to watch, because when you don't watch, you don't see. Like, example now, the guy from Ajax, Anthony, we don't see, but he's killing that. But we don't see, you know what I mean? Like, we don't see the games proper, sit and watch every game. But I was watching every game of Douglas. It was like unbelievable. He's like,
his starting time in Munich was on fire.
In 6 months he gave like 15 assists. But the assist wasn't like a passing. It was like dribble, and then no goalkeeper. He just passed the guy. You know what I mean? Like, and then I saw that, and it was just like, to be fair, I always together. Douglas always was the main guy, but you always together with him. For him as well as new, he came from Shakhtar. We spoke about the Brazilian players, like big guys, big players, but when you come to Bayern, it's like Neuer in the goal, Alaba, Lewandowski. And then for Douglas as well, it's like Ribéry at the time, Robin.
Yeah.
So it's for Douglas. Of course, for me as well, it's like
he was taking Rob's spot at that time, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was taking both Ribéry and Robin. But it was like hard for Guardiola. But he was doing so well. So well. And then it's not lucky, but the guys always got injuries as well. Robin and Ribéry always have some issue in the body. So for Douglas, it was good timing as well. He always fit and playing. I think at that season, Douglas was the second player who played the most in the team. Neuer was the first, and he was the second. Yeah. So I think that one helped a lot. And then national team, and going to, he's like,
he was doing well.
It was a good time. It was a good time. I think because until today, I still getting things from that time, I guess. Yeah, probably I do. Yeah,
Things like what? As in
like
clients.
sometimes, yeah, clients, customers. Oh, Lucas, yeah, man, you worked for Dollars that time. It was amazing. I was like, man, this was 5 years ago.
Because Douglas, at that time, he was telling everyone that you were a big part of his
Yeah,
performance as well.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
putting videos with you. There was a documentary that you were part of the documentary as well.
So I think I didn't use my Instagram. I had Instagram in Australia, but I didn't ever use.
Not
I
much,
didn't.
yeah.
Nah, no, I didn't. I didn't think it's just like fun things, just stupid things. And then Dollars start. Oh, let's start using when I was in Ukraine. I say, oh, why? It's like, no, let's choose. I'll post on my Instagram. I tag you, and then you post. And then at that time, it was very new. I was like, okay, I mean, it doesn't matter. So
Hmm.
he helped me a lot. And then Douglas, to be fair, is very, he's a kind guy. He's like, I always want to help. So, example, he always take me to the place, it's like dinner here with the players. So he take me because he wants to the players see me. So when the players see me, maybe they start training. So I can talk. You know what I mean? Like, he always
Uh-huh.
think about that. Some people
Yeah,
doesn't
he
think
was
like that.
he was not selfish and he wasn't jealous
Nah,
to
no,
share you
no, no,
around.
no, 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 no. He wasn't. No, 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 he
Uh-huh.
wasn't. Like I always when I have the chance to talk with him, I always say this. Or if I have a chance to talk, he always did that. Always, always, always,
Uh,
always, all the time,
That's
all the
that's one
time.
thing I noticed when I'm because of you. I've been to Germany a few times. I met Douglas a few times, and he came across as being a very nice guy, just nice
Yeah,
to talk to. Usually, you think that these guys they would ask how you are and all this, but Douglas he would ask us things about Australia, ask
yeah.
us other things, and yeah, very nice. Lucas, what about your gym, the No Performance? At that time that you went to Munich, you met a few other players as well. But how did you start the gym?
So, so when I came, I started work with Rafinha and Thiago as well. It's like kind of in Germany, like the way I did in Ukraine. It's kind of like he just goes, just
Yeah.
goes, and then after maybe 6 months, I had two more customers. I have Douglas, Thiago, and Rafinha, and uh, and then we always talk, oh, let's maybe open a business, open a business, open a business, open a business, like get your spot, get it. But it's like it's kind of tough. It's not that easy in Germany as well with the
Uh-huh.
rules and tax and everything. So the thing was like I was work for a company in Brazil, and then that company wanna open a business, and then we did open a business like in the paper. I got a spot, and then for some reasons, I just finished the business. I didn't open the business anymore because, to be fair, it was everything on me. To be honest, until today, a lot of like issue we have, it's on me. It's on me still from that time with that company. Uh,
Hmm.
if I tell you how much fine I paid for that company until today, I could buy a house. Yeah, but anyway, it's not the case. But and then one day I was like, okay, but the thing is, I don't have a passport. I don't have like a European passport, so I can't stay here if I don't have a business. It's kind of like that, right? So like, I need to open a business. Then I just did. I just opened. I didn't have the money to open, so I had some help. At the time, Rafinha became my partner, and then he helped me as well to open because
Hmm.
in Germany you need to have some money to be able to open a business, and that's how it worked. And then I opened a performance. That's it. But I was
And
like really
Rafinha is
really
your
like
partner at the gym?
yeah, he's still my partner. Yeah, so I was like
Nice.
really like that. I need to open, and I had like 2 months to open business. Or if not, I would leave, come back to Brazil, maybe even go to Australia. Don't know.
Hmm. So the gym now is around, I think 6 years old. Was founded in 2015,
No, no, no. The gym is 2018. Like
2018.
open,
Uh-huh.
open as a paper open.
And how
But
is the
start of
gym
the
going recently?
it's going well, very well, very very good actually. We took a little while to understand how it works, the business in Germany because it's not in Brazil. It's a different place, and then the way the people works here is different as well. So we took a little while to understand that. And yeah, we have a good time now in the gym. Is like very healthy in the gym, very like light, like the way I am. So it's very, very easy going to the gym. And then we have the players, customers, and then we have the normal people, customers. So it's like kind of
Uh-huh.
like both. So yeah, and then we found the way to work with the players. So yeah, uh, yeah. Like I'm not like a specialist. I don't like to say that. It's no. I just give trainings. That's what I do. But and then I'm more business guy than trainer. I would say because I know how to sell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I do more the players part because a little bit more complicated. I have the experience to how to work with that. And then Tilly and How and Lola, the another guys, and André in Brazil works with me as a players part. And then and How, Lola, and Tilly works more in the gym here with the customers here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's very helpful. Like right now, it's 97 in Germany. They are in the gym working. I came home here with a noise that yeah.
So you still have the open gym for normal clients, and you have the professional players. How do you train these professional players? Because you have players all around the world, don't you?
Man, yeah. So that's how I do is like online. It's like a live call, like we're doing now. For example,
Mm-hmm.
but that's how we do. We try to. I so I started doing that 2019, start of 2019. So it's kind of like before the
Even
COVID. It
before
was,
COVID.
you know, it
Uh-huh.
wasn't COVID. The idea was like I need to be close to these guys. I need to have the conversation because I know a lot of players. They want to work for me. I want to work for them, but how? I can't travel every weekend, and then I can't give one training per month with them, or I can't. And then I used to send the trainings, and then I was like, oh, I need to do a live, and then I need to see the guys big stream, and then yeah, that's it. And then we did, and then I understand what I can give to them, like to be as more closer as alive. So to be fair, for my opinion, man, I would say maybe 60 trains per week,
60
55,
training. 60?
60, yeah, 60 training per week. I'd say
That's a
maybe,
lot of trainings. Uh-huh.
yeah, maybe 50. Depends the games and stuff. But anyway, 50. Let's say 50. But you put
Mm-hmm.
that before COVID, the clients was a little low. After COVID, the clients became bigger. So you put 50 for almost 2 years doing that. Do
Mm-hmm.
like 50 per week in 2 years. How many trains I gave?
For the
So
past.
like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's it. So like I understood how it worked. So and then I think I can say it's very close to me to being there. It's very close. I would say 95%.
Mm-hmm.
But you
And
need to be
do you know all these players face to face?
no
Have you met all
no
of them?
no. The most I don't know. Yeah,
Okay. Where are these players? Where
like
do they live? Most of them. Some of them.
in Dubai, like yeah, Dubai. I'll say Dubai, but like Abu Dhabi,
UAE.
that kind of yeah. I have like 5 6 players there. So 6 players there
Mm-hmm.
is like play for Sharjah. No, Sharjah. Al Jazeera, Ajman, Korfakan,
Uh-huh.
yeah, few, Kauba, yeah. So,
Yeah,
so it's
UAE
like,
is a massive market for this.
yeah, man, it's just like England. I have.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like I understood with time now. It's not about me be a bad player, a bad trainer, or good trainer. It's about moments. So sometimes you train, sometimes you stop. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So like sometimes I have customers, I have a great relation. They just stop a little bit now, come back maybe 2 months, maybe
Yeah,
next month, or
even
maybe
Douglas has been one like that. He's stopped a few times, then he comes back. It's a
yeah,
bit like
yeah,
that, isn't it?
yeah. And then to be fair, actually, Doris was a guy who was in Munich last year, and then we had a good conversation because we stopped working and no reason. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
miscommunication. I'd say could be better, maybe from both sides. Maybe yeah, maybe from his side a bit more. To be fair, because he was the customer, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, but it's a customer, but became a friend. So it's not just a customer. So that's how I treat it. It's not just a customer, but it just like works like that, and then it depends how is the club, and depends how is your life as well. Sometimes you have some issue, have family, and then you just don't want anymore. And then it's not about me. It's not about the training is bad. And so that's how it works. And then I understood that a few years ago. So this is good now, because before I was like, oh, fuck, I'm shit. I'm terrible. But it's not. It's not. That's not how it
You
works.
take personally, yeah.
And then Douglas told me that. It's like, oh man, yeah, it was my best time when I was training with you. And then I say, when we spoke, I say, why you stopped? He's like, I don't know. I say, did I do something wrong? He's like, no. So it's like, oh, okay. I said, thank you. So that's good. That's good for me to know that, because I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
that kind of conversation is good. But like example, very, very simple. Like Haaland is famous. So I'll give you example as a Haaland. So when I was training Haaland in the COVID time, it was like very bad time of COVID. We trained maybe 2 months, maybe. But we trained like often because he was at home. Maybe we did like 45 trainings, something like this, or like online. He just like, when they come back in Bundesliga, we come back maybe 2 weeks. He just called me. It's like, oh, Lucas, are you there? I said, yeah. Oh, Lucas, now it's too much for me. I'm been training, but thank you so much for the training. I said, yeah, that's fine. But he called me, and then it was good. It was clever. It was clear. Yeah, that's fine.
Just before we move on, just a quick question about Haaland. How is Haaland? Because he looks so strong, and is he naturally strong, or he works hard, or and how far do you think he's gonna go in his career?
To be fair, it's I work for him like online, 45 train. I gave good numbers of training, so we had a conversation, training. Man, to be fair, he's a very humble guy, very simple guy. He's like really pay attention, and then like on you when you're talking, he does what you say. So I don't have nothing to say wrong about him. Like he's a top guy. He treats me very well, and then he's like a massive guy. Massive guy. You can see even in the camera, he's big. And man, I think if he keep going in the career, the numbers he has, he's gonna be one of the best player ever, because the numbers is ridiculous if he keep going on that, of course. But yeah, the one thing I notice, he works hard and he wants the best. So like kind of like he eats the best food ever. You know what I mean? So he does everything the best, right? So yeah, with
I think
this,
he would be a new version of Cristiano Ronaldo, than he same
yeah, could
style
be,
of
yeah,
yeah.
could be. Yeah, you never know. Sometimes you get tired on that. Like to work hard, it's not bad, but sometimes people does.
You know how
But
we
it's
back in the days. Yeah, back in the days we would have players that would go drink, they wouldn't train as much, and they would still be amazing players. Do you think that
yeah,
it's still possible nowadays, or it's players like Haaland, Ronaldo, they're just gonna finish
yeah.
these other guys?
I think it doesn't. I think the talent's talent. Dollars always tell me like talent you can't buy on the corner. You just don't buy. So when you have talent, you can go, but if you put the work together, you can go far, I would say. But if you just have the talent, you can still go. You can still make like good years, good seasons, good. But to make like what Ronaldo's making, it's hard work. Yeah.
All right, Lucas, just before I go to the last part, I have a question here for you. Someone asking where you get your haircut, because apparently it looks very good.
Actually, I do. I have a friend here in Turkey. In Turkey. He's from Turkey, but in Germany. Actually, where I play futsal in Regensburg. That's it.
That's exactly what I want to get.
But
Futsal in
but
Germany.
but I'm losing my hair, by the way. I think because the company and the opening business and
Don't
futsal in
worry,
Germany.
you're not the only one. You're not the only one.
Futsal in Germany helps me to lose a lot of hair. Oh my God, yeah, a lot of
Let's
hair.
talk about futsal in Germany. Since you got to Germany, you've been playing for Jahn Regensburg futsal. First year, you won the second division. Second year, you won the first division. Third year, you went to the UEFA Cup. I went with you guys. We got through to the main round. Then after that, you took a step back. the team just kept on going. But last year, you guys won the grand final, lost the grand final of the National League, and this year, you guys are in the second division of the Bundesliga. Lucas, why are you guys in the second division? That for people that want to understand, if you guys lost the grand final last year.
Good question, actually. I don't know if I can reply this, but like it was, yeah. So like you said, the first year I came in, I started playing, and I brought a Brazilian player to play, and then we won the second league. Level very low, very very low. The level at the time. Second year we played first division. I brought three more Brazilians, so it was totally four with me five. We won the first league, the whole Germany. Low level, but getting better in the quarterfinals, semi-final, and finals. Like better level, like a little harder the games. Semi-finals, very tough game. Anyway, we made that. So some few good teams in Germany at the time, and then after
What
that,
are some of the teams there?
that time it was like Hamburg, Wallendorf. Who else? Who else? Hohenstein, the final we played, and then they won the last year. Yeah, but I think from there the people start invest more in the teams. Like the owner just put money in and invest. It's not like you helping for the federation. It's just like that. You just have money, you bring players. That's how. Or give a job. Example. Oh, I have a hotel. There's a club here has a hotel. The guy and then he just putting the guys in the hotel, give maybe some jobs, and then bring players from Croatia and Bosnia, something like that. So that's how it works, and easy, you know. But when I bring players, I bring from Brazil, so it's kind of a different way. It's not like Croatia. It's not like 2 hours, 3 hours back up. It's like a big effort to bring a player, and then to be here, you need to have a visa. The Croatian or they don't need, right?
Europeans have a passport already.
Yeah, so they start investing, and of course, I always invest, and then I always have a little help. But in the end of the day, it was me to help, like financial, right? So anyway, we did that. We made that, and then we were keeping going. But after you played the UEFA with us, was like a rules. The rule was like only three Brazilians would be able to play, and then that time I had four Brazilians, or maybe even five. I can't remember now. And then I was like, "How this?" And then the league was start already. It was like a week to start.
Did they change the rule because you guys were winning? Do they have that
Yeah,
feeling or
yeah, probably. I mean, of course, because they did.
you're the only team
South,
with Brazilians?
but 1 year before it was fine, and then they did South America, no Brazilian, but the only team who has South America was us. Anyway, so at that time I was like, oh, and then I had the guys here, so I got a little piece because I have the guys here, and then what I'm gonna do? So we go in the games, and then two or one needs to be out. Doesn't make sense. It's too much money for that. I don't have the money for doing that. Anyway, so we did that, and when this happened, I was just like, fine. It's like, man, you know what? I'm good. I don't want anymore. I'm done. So
Yeah, you
I
had
still
already won the
play.
National League. You had already played a UEFA Cup.
Yeah, I still play, but it's just like no Brazilians anymore. So it makes harder. And then we didn't have that time Germans to play. So we had few, but we need to build better players from here. We didn't have it at the time. It's like kind of like bad. Anyway. So I was going like that, and then I moved to America. I lived in America to work at a club there. And then when I came back, because COVID, and then I moved back to Germany, the team is always going and out. I was on the phone. I always like changing, see who is playing, who is not playing. Like I always been doing that. So when this happened, and then I came back, the league stopped. 2019, end of 2019, 2020. Sorry, start of 20, they stopped here. And then I came and then we played the finals in August because since that we always make the playoffs. So the top two in the odd place we play. So we always make the playoffs. So at that time we made it, and then the 2020 we made the playoff, and then it was somewhere in Germany, and then we played like 5 days there the league because COVID. And then we made the final, and then we lost the final against Hohenstein. They actually have two Brazilians there. Now they have more, but they had two at the time. Yeah, no change. But it was me, Raul, Brazilian, and the rest, the boys, one from Slovakia, one from Portugal, and then German. We play like with 5 players, and then we did what you could. To be fair, it was not possible to win, I would say. Anyway, start the next season, and then they say this year who is gonna play this league and finish top 2 in your place makes the Bundesliga. Since I play this league, I make the playoffs. So since we do 5 years, we always made the playoff. Since that, always first or second, always. And then that year we played 3 games. We started losing the first game. I didn't have the Brazilians. I didn't bring the Brazilians. We had some guys from here. We lost the first game. Mistake, but yeah, they're not team deserve. We played terrible, but anyway. Second game we tied. Third game we found the way again, and then we won by 11. So it's like, oh, now, yeah, that's how we need to play. I made a mistake in the first 2 games, I'd say.
1 by
Anyway,
11.
And then it's okay, cool. The league stopped because COVID again. So when the league stopped again, I was like, oh, yeah, okay, it stopped. And then in March, this was like, I would say, end of October. And then in March or April, they just say, oh, the top 2 goes to Bundesliga. I say,
After 3
well,
games.
Missing 15 games for us to finish the league.
Uh-huh.
That's it. So that's how it worked. And then at that day when I got the news, it's like, oh, should I stop?
Should finish the team.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah, done. But I was like, yeah, but it's gonna be missing something, you know. And then I could have a chance to play Bundesliga for another club, but I work. I can't, because the way it is the setup to play in my club, it's easy. I schedule the trainings. I do the trainings when possible.
Yeah.
The time is like I schedule everything, so it's easier for me. And I say, nah, it's fine. And then if I want to play for my team, that's because that's my club, that's my team. And then I was like, okay, let's do like this. I'll go a little harder, bring 2 Brazilians this year. I have the goalkeepers Brazilian, myself Brazilian, and the boys who are here now improve a lot so they can help way more than years ago. Now the Germans or the Spanish guy I have, Portuguese, Slovakian, they can help way more. And then, yeah, so since now we played 5 games and then we won 5 games. We scored maybe almost 100 goals, maybe. No, we scored 80 goals, 80, and then we got 6 goals. So yeah, so we did.
It doesn't make sense. You guys playing the second division. You guys always made the playoffs for the past 5 years. Finish second best team in the country. But how is the Bundesliga going this year? Have you been following?
1 second. One second. Sorry, just can you see me?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
So the Bundesliga, it's, to be fair, I'm not following. To be honest, I don't follow.
You don't follow much.
No, I don't. I just care about my games and do what we need to do to go to Bundesliga. That's it. And then if we go and then we see how it's Bundesliga, but I don't follow.
And all right. So the goal for you guys obviously will be to win the second division, go to the first division next year, and get back to the UEFA, wouldn't it?
So that's the plan. The plan is like very simple. My plan, it is win the second division, like kind of second division, go to Bundesliga, and then win the Bundesliga. That's the plan. But to the Bundesliga,
it looks like
it's complicated now. I know there is good teams there. I know it's complicated, but it's just a dream and plan. I mean, you always focus on something and see if it works. The first step is like this year, it's go up, and if I go up, I will see about Bundesliga.
Well, it looks like definitely you guys should be in the first division. That's the first thing. It is a bit of a joke that you guys in the second division. Lucas, do you feel that you have been helping futsal grow in Germany since you arrived there?
It's growing up, I would say.
Do you feel that you have helped the happening?
Nah, I mean, if I get not really. But grow up the league, but
I think you're being humble.
Yeah, but no, not really. Like, we don't get any help, to be fair. We get sponsor. If you don't get, you don't play. That's it. That's how it works. I don't feel like I have a help. Nobody helps, to be fair. I just play because it's a passion I have since I'm 11. And then futsal gave so many things to me. I'm just trying to give them back now. See, and then yeah, I really enjoy. We have a game Saturday. I'm looking forward to play. Today's Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to play Saturday. Can't wait to play. Can't wait to play. You know, like I have still the feeling. So yeah, I just do because then, and I enjoy to play with my friends, and we have a great time. The team this year is like really cool. Before as well, it's always nice. We have a good time, and then we go play, and then after that we have a dinner together. It's fun, really fun. So yeah.
You always say that futsal be a part of your life because lots of things that you have achieved, even your wife you met through futsal in Australia, Chile, so many good things happen. Lucas, if you had the opportunity to play for the German national team, would you play for the German national team?
Yeah, of course. I think I would be able to play. I think I would have the talent enough to play there, I would say. If I had
so that's
the
something cool to. Yeah, that's something cool to
Nah, but
go for.
I'm getting old. I think I'm 31. Like it's not.
I can
possible
still
anymore.
do it. You play until you're 38. I know your hips a bit tight,
Stiff.
but
Yeah. But it would be fun. It would be fun actually if you would work. I'll be
very good. Lucas, to finish it off the podcast, we're gonna do a little game that we always play. You have 40 seconds to answer as many questions as you can. Just letting you know that the top score at the moment is on 11 points. It's being shared between a few people. You know, one of them, Peter Parthimus, got 11 points. Jordan Guerrero, Alex, Eldon, Vinicius, so 5 people on 11 points. But since then, everyone is struggling with 9, 10 points. So it's actually not easy.
Oh my God, I'll be terrible.
Let's see how many you get. Try to be as fast as you can, not thinking too much. Just answer as fast as you can. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so let's start in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Best futsal pivot in the world.
Ferrão.
Best futsal player of all time.
Falcão.
Best goalkeeper you have played with.
How?
Who is your hero?
My dad.
Who is the funniest football star you have worked with?
Ilcinho.
Yes or no? Will Grêmio play in the second division next season?
No.
Do you prefer chimarrão in the morning or in the afternoon?
Morning.
Music or silence before games?
Music.
Best futsal club in the world?
My club.
Favorite food?
Churrasco.
And that's time. Lucas, you got 10 points. That's a pretty good effort. Didn't get 11. But Lucas, just want to thank you so much for... Did you say yes or no for Grêmio playing the second division?
No.
Be confident.
That's my wish, actually.
Yeah, that's a wish. Lucas, thank you so much for being part of the Caro Futsal podcast. Love chatting with you.
So much. Was fun. I love that. Thank you so much. See you next time.
No, thank you. Hopefully I get to play with you soon. I got to see you soon. And thanks everyone for listening. See you guys soon for the next Caro Futsal podcast.
And then Andre, if you want to come to play, I was welcome.
I can't wait. Next time soon. Let's
go. Take it easy. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Ciao.